Okay. So back over here, and that's
So right before Calumet West.
right.
Right before.
When I was a kid, I was only, I think, 10. And my dad was working in like a big cleaner company. And he was really high up in the company, doing great. And the company moved us from Baltimore to here. And once we were here for like a year, they laid him off out of nowhere. And he was thrilled because he hated his job. He was gone all the time. And he was like, there's so many kids at home and not being able to be there just sucks. So he shuffled himself away in his office for a while, and nobody really knew what he was going to do next, because that's just kind of my dad. He's always coming up with something new. And he just came out one day and he was like, we're going to start a coffee shop. Us? It just felt so left field and bizarre, but he was determined. We opened in 2006. By the time 2008 rolled around, the economy just absolutely flipped on its head. We went 5, maybe even 6 years before we made any money out of the daily grind. It was me and my siblings working, keeping it going and teaching each other, and we started making our own baked goods. That's when we started making our own syrups and trying new drinks we wanted to try and making up sandwiches we wanted to try because we could do whatever we wanted. Over that time, we've been able to grow the grind into a successful little spot. My dad wasn't determined to start a coffee shop because he was obsessed with coffee. He was determined to start a coffee shop because people need a third place. You've got work and you've got home, and you need another one. You need somewhere that you can let go of whatever is going on in your life, good or bad. Just get a break and have somewhere else where you can just rest and do what you want to do and recharge in your own way, because our hearts behind it have truly always been about serving people with love. Not serving people coffee. Coffee's great, but that's not enough. When you get to do that and you give people that experience, it changes things. It started to change the community. There are many people that I think it's impacted in a lot of ways, and that's what keeps us going. So Teacher's Lunchbox was something that we started in response to just how many schools are right here. I mean, there are so many teachers in this area, so many, and they need to be appreciated better. Something that could let the community appreciate their teachers. And so basically we started Teacher's Lunchbox so that people in the area, or anywhere, if you know a teacher in this area, or you are a teacher in this area, you can go online and treat a teacher to a lunch. Then the teacher can go online and use that credit whenever they want to and choose what items they want and when they want it delivered. And then on that day, we bring it to their school and deliver it to them. I think this is our 10th year. It's so cool how it's picked up and been able to basically taking that feeling we wanted to have here of being able to love people in the area and love on the community. It's taking that directly to teachers. We started the Victory Charity Fund to go along with our coffee brand, Victory Coffee. And anytime a bag of Victory coffee beans or a Victory in a cup, which is a certain type of drink that we sell, a specialty espresso drink that we sell, anytime one of those is sold, a portion of that sale goes into what we created as the Victory Charity Fund. And every year, once a year, that money is then donated to a nonprofit that is fighting human trafficking in the area. We have the illusion of this being a really nice area. It is a really nice area, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always safe. Especially at the time we had started Victory, it was a very, very common thing, which is really sad and very secretive, but there's a lot of human trafficking going on right here in this area. Any human trafficking is too much. And so we started that to fight back, and whatever we can do. And it's like coffee can only do so much. Can you save lives with coffee? Not with coffee alone. There are a lot of jobs you can do in the world that will change people's lives and will do wonderful things. And there are so many things that you could plug into and make a really big difference. But the things that I've gotten the chance to do here and the ways I've been able to reach people and love on people, I just don't know if I'd ever be able to do that same type of thing somewhere else. I've talked to people through really hard parts of life, supported people while they were in and out of rehab, supported moms who are struggling with being a mom. I'm not a parent, but the opportunities have landed in my lap. I've had a lady just come in sobbing because she wanted to be a better mom, and I just got to give her a hug and tell her she was doing great. And it's like, where do you get to do that? You know what I mean? Like, you get to support people here in a way that I can't imagine being able to do somewhere else, and I'm sure you could, but it's just so sweet that I don't know how to ever let go of it. So while I sometimes think, well, maybe I should do something else, you know? Like, yeah, but what would be better than the grind? It's just so good. You know, how do you let go of something like that? And I know we probably see it in kind of a wacky way. You know, for a lot of people, it's just a coffee shop probably, and that's okay. But I know that it's more than that. Daily Grind is home. It always has been. I know this place like the back of my hand. You know all those tiny things. You know, like, oh, that door, you have to a little up to the right to get it to close or whatever. You've got these little quirks about your house. And that's how I know the grind. It's those little things that I've come to know on such a different level. And so for me, this place has always been more of a home than even my home ever was, because my whole family was here. If you went home to my house, there was nobody there. Everybody was at the grind. But I worked the drive-through, and I could barely see over the thing. I was like, you know, people sometimes felt weird giving me their credit card. You know, they were like, can I get an adult? And I'm like, come on, lady. Like, I'm like used to it. So it's been a long road to get to where I am now. I've been running the grind for 7 years, I think. 6 or 7 years, I think. I don't remember. I've lost count by now. And it really does get sweeter every year. I hope that we can continue to just make as big of an impact as we can, whatever impact people will allow us to make. And that I just so much appreciate how much people have supported us and been such a big part of what we've been able to build, because we didn't do it alone. You know, the community built it. We just were here to kind of keep it going. And I'm so thankful for that. It means so much for us. And I just hope that it can always mean a lot to everybody else too, and be able to be a source of comfort for everybody.